Okay, what if I told you that there's a silent threat lurking inside almost every single company, and it's capable of completely derailing its future? No, it's not some new competitor or a crazy market crash. It's the crisis that nobody talks about enough: leadership succession. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to solve it. So let's really think about that for a second. What is the biggest hidden threat? The one that just flies under the radar but can do an incredible amount of damage. Now, I know your mind probably jumps to a disruptive new startup or a sudden shift in the market. And look, those are definitely real threats. But the most dangerous one, the one that can really cripple a company, it almost always comes from the inside. It's a failure, a simple but catastrophic failure, to plan for who's next. And that is exactly what we are going to tackle today. So, what's our game plan? First, we're going to look at why that leadership pipeline gets all clogged up in the first place. Then, we're going to talk about a toolkit for clearing the path. After that, we'll get to the real prize, building a team that's truly ready for the future. And finally, we'll bring it home and talk about the role that you play in all of this. All right, let's dive right into the problem itself. We're calling it the clogged succession pipeline. See, in a perfect world, talent should just be flowing smoothly right up to the top. But in the real world, well, that pipeline often gets seriously jammed up. Let's find out why. You know, every single company has one of these pipelines, whether they know it or not. But these hidden barriers, they create a bottleneck that basically starves the organization of the leaders it desperately needs to grow. And this isn't just some business school theory. This is what leads to teams without direction, to huge missed opportunities, and yeah, in the worst cases, to a company just fading away. So what are these blockages we're talking about? Well, our source material really points to three big ones. First up, you've got cultural resistance. That's that stubborn, but we've always done it this way attitude. Then there's unconscious bias, which, quietly filters out amazing candidates for all the wrong reasons. And finally, something that so many companies underestimate, the massive challenge of bringing in a leader from the outside and actually making it work. And that last point leads us to this really critical idea: cultural cohesion. The best way to think about it is like a company's immune system. It's all the shared values, the unwritten rules that just keep everything humming along. Now, an external hire, no matter how brilliant they are, can be seen as a foreign body, and that can trigger this rejection response that destabilizes the whole organization. Okay, so we know the blockages. We know what clogs the pipeline. The big question is, how do we clear the path? This next part is all about action. It's the practical toolkit you need to build a succession strategy that actually works. So our source material lays out this really powerful three-step strategy. It all starts with a rigorous assessment. We're talking 360-degree feedback, realistic simulations, because you can't develop talent you don't truly understand. Next, you benchmark those candidates against clear, objective criteria. This takes all the guesswork out of it. And finally, maybe the most important step of all, strategic integration. Because, let's be honest, a great hire in the wrong environment is just a recipe for disaster. And this right here is the absolute key. The job is not done when the offer letter gets signed, not even close. The real work is creating an environment where that new leader can actually thrive, where you can protect that cultural cohesion while still helping them make their mark. This really captures that classic tug-of-war, doesn't it? Do you promote from within to keep that cultural stability, but risk getting stuck in your ways? Or do you bring in fresh blood with an external hire, but risk that cultural immune response we talked about? The best strategies, they don't just try to find a balance. They actively work to get the best of both worlds by planning for and reducing the risks of bringing in someone new. All right, now we get to the payoff. Let's talk about building that future-ready team. This is the whole point. This is the reason all this hard work is so incredibly important. See, the goal isn't just to fill an empty chair on the org chart. It's to build a deep bench of leaders, a whole team that can handle not just what's happening today, but whatever the future decides to throw at them. And that is the difference between just reacting to change and proactively preparing for it. And when you get this right, the payoff is huge. A great succession plan creates this amazing cycle of high cultural stability and high strategic agility. What does that mean? It means you can handle the tough times and you can jump on opportunities that your less prepared competitors are going to completely miss. It is a massive, massive competitive advantage. So finally, let's bring this all back to you. It's really easy to think of succession as, a problem for the board of directors or the HR department. But the truth is, continuity is something everyone in an organization has a stake in. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's about a huge shift in mindset. It's the difference between a leader who builds a monument to themselves and one who cultivates a garden that's going to keep growing long after they're gone. The real test of leadership isn't what happens while you're there, it's what happens when you're not. So here's the bottom line. Continuity isn't about just replacing one piece on a chessboard. It's about fortifying the entire kingdom for whatever comes next. It's not a defensive move to plug a hole. It's an offensive strategy to secure the future strength of the entire organization. And that brings us to our final thought. Succession isn't just about who gets the torch next. It's about making sure the flame is burning even brighter when you pass it on. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. What kind of legacy is your organization, and what kind of legacy are you building for the future?